Hello, I'm uploading 2 video files and 4 audio files of interviews that I conducted with Uncle Steve back in 2019, I think. The audio files were recordings that I made while he and I were on vacation in Utah at Arches National Park. We took a 1-week vacation together, and I recorded conversations that I had with him in a restaurant. That's why it sounds like it's in a restaurant. It's kind of hard to hear, and most of it has to do with the Weaver side of the family, but he had a lot of good information as well about the Sieber side of the family. So enjoy. Oh, I forgot to mention too that the 2 video files in this were more formal interviews that were conducted in our house in Granite Bay around the same time, I think around 20, I'm not actually sure, but there was an actual camera set up and he had a microphone on, and that I just wanted to make sure I said that as well.
Apparently I was.
So the father of Helen and Mary,
Yes.
and Lou was different from Glady.
That's correct.
And different from you.
Correct.
So the father of my mom, Mary and Helen and Lou, he was from Poland originally.
Oh yeah. He's from.
And what was
Central Poland.
and his last name was what?
Takazi.
But you don't know the original spelling of it.
I never bothered to write it down. I know how to pronounce it.
Takazik.
Yeah.
And then your dad. What about him?
I don't know anything about him.
We don't know anything about him.
Nope. All I know is the genetic, what do you call that? Search.
Genetic testing.
Yeah, there was, I have a fairly large genetic, not dominating, because the Poland was dominating, of Italy, which I really think is the old Greco colonies in the boot of Italy, and they say the Balkans, but I don't believe it. I think it was still Greek. Because the Balkans could include Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, and I don't think of any reason why that should be in the picture.
So
I didn't realize that Italy was in the picture either until that.
Who was?
Italy.
Oh, Italy, yeah. And yeah, look at that one, huh? And then Glady's dad, you know anything about him either, huh?
I don't know. No, I don't even think Glady knew anything about him. All I know is I have a picture at home. I don't know if your mother ever had one of my mother at about age 20, 21 or so with Glady. It was just a baby though.
Oh, yeah?
So it had to be 1920.
Wow.
Glady was born in 19 or 18, I can't remember.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a nice picture. Wow, it was a studio picture.
Well, you mean 100% Polish for my mom, for Mary,
Helen.
Oh yeah, Mary is
And
in
Lou.
there too. Yeah.
So her mom, did she? What was her name? What was the?
Whose name?
My grandmother was her name. What was her? Was her name?
You mean my mother?
Yeah. What was her name? Was it
Vera.
Zara?
Guevara. G-W-A-R-A-O-E. Guevara.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Oh, and see, that was.
You gotta go look at that one. Oh, bus parking only.
Yeah.
You gotta turn around for that one.
I could go right up in that one.
I can't park here.
Now, what did I tell you about the traffic regulations and rules and what you can do?
Ignore them.
That's correct.
Balanced
You
rock.
have to be selective. Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah. You're gonna get that bush in the picture now.
No, I'm gonna get out.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go look at it a little bit.
All right. I'll see you when you get back. It's so true to life. We're Jews and Jews here.
Oh, that
What was that car?
What?
Oh, never mind.
Do you? I always kind of wondered if at any. Are you aware of any point any of our relatives were Jewish?
Our young kids?
Any of our relatives are Jewish?
No, why would I think of that?
I don't know. I'm just wondering if anywhere.
Yeah, your mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law.
No, not her. Who was that? The mother or the wife of your grandfather, maybe? I don't know.
Mother of the.
Wife.
Who? Wait a second. Who?
Yeah, no, there was trying to get the relationship. Your father, yeah, it would be your grandmother, I think.
You're talking about the woman that Bill Sieber married?
And Bill Sieber.
Yeah, that my grandfather.
Bill Sieber, your grandfather.
The second wife of my grandfather.
Yeah.
You think she was from Canada though?
I don't know. I mean, you just asked me if I can think of anyone, and I can't really think of anyone in our family.
I always kind of wondered about that because so many of our relatives are from Poland.
What do you mean, so many of your relatives?
Well,
besides my mother.
Yeah, well, I guess that's it,
and
really.
her 6 siblings, but you don't even know any of them. Neither do I. Yeah, I do know 1 or 2 of them.
So what happened with her siblings?
With who?
The siblings. You're talking about my grandmother's siblings. There were 6 of them. Your mom. You had six aunts and uncles.
No, let me see. I had my mother, and uncle, and about 3 others. Maybe it was only about 5. My mother's 5 siblings.
So you had 4 aunts and uncles.
I guess.
And did you?
I didn't know. I didn't really know them that well. I knew the offspring of one of them. He was doing some genealogical research.
Who was that?
Slow down, I said.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Probably a bit that far up there. It's the first time I've seen those signs. Flashing lights. It's a good idea. Until people get used to them.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, beautiful day. How did this trip come about? I was thinking of coming out here. And how did you learn of that?
I don't know if I was talking to Greg, but I wanted to get together with you for lunch, and we met for lunch, and I think we discussed it at lunch.
We did? Did we at
Yeah, I think so.
the Spaghetti Factory? I don't recall that being a topic of discussion, but
Yeah, the first time we met, we talked about it, and I said, well, I've been wanting to go to Utah too, so why don't we just go together?
Okay, yeah, no, I don't specifically recall that conversation, but I'll take your word for it. God, I would think these Muslim women would be tired of wearing those skirts.
Yeah.
You know, it just focuses in on them that they're Muslim, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're not as good as men.
Oh, there's a new license plate from Florida I haven't seen.
There's a visitor center.
Oh, this is the visitor center?
Yeah.
Where is it?
You want, maybe I should, you know what? I'll drop you off over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. The road's blocked. This is as close as we can get.
To what?
To the visitor center, right?
Which is where?
It's across the road.
Ah. Yeah, okay, got me off.
Well, I'll see how close I can get you.
I take plenty of pictures.
I'm not sure what she's doing. She's looking at me like she wants something.
Oh.
What does she want?
Hey, she's probably Muslim.
Which one?
The one we just walked past her. You didn't notice her.
No. Visitor center might be closed. It's after 5.
Well, why are they all going over there?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Probably right.
And they still have a sign down, visitor center parking. I bet that it's open. I'll give you 5-to-1 odds.
5-to-1, really? Okay, I'll go in for $1. Restrooms. See, there's restrooms. I think the closest I'm going to be able to get you is like right up here.
Okay. Very busy here. And on top of that, they got cranes and everything else there. Oh, that's why it's way over here, because they're still doing some work.
Jesus Christ.
Watch this couple.
I see him. Don't worry. All right, this is as close as I'm going to be able to get you, I think. See where they're going?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's right there. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Park here.
I can't park here. Get out. I'll catch up with you over there.
Very nice state.
So what was the story with changing the Polish name to Weaver again? How did that all happen?
Well, about 19, I wasn't part of the crowd. They didn't ask me for my opinion, but because I was only 10, 12 years old. The way it happened very basically is they felt, from their experience, I guess, dealing with the Cossack, that they wanted one to have a more American sounding name, and two, one that was easier to pronounce.
How do you pronounce the name? Takazik?
Takazik.
Takazik?
But they abbreviated it in the orphanage, and I was called Tazak.
Tazak?
But it's really Takazik.
Say it again. Takazik?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Takazik?
That's right, Takazik.
And they abbreviate it in the orphanage how? Tazik?
Oh, they didn't I don't think the orphanage people did. I don't know how it came about.
And how does it spelled?
Tazak?
Takazik.
Oh, God.
You forget?
Yeah, I don't know that, but Tazak was Chy. Was it Z-A-K or just plain A-K? Has to be a Z in there.
So did you ever go by Takazik?
No, not Takazik, Tazak.
So you did.
In the orphanage, yeah.
And you don't remember how it's spelled? I don't understand. So there's two last names. Takazik was the actual last name, but then they just changed it arbitrarily to something else?
Yes, of course. A lot of people do that.
Why?
Because they don't like the name that they have.
But you said they changed it in the orphanage.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the change from Takazik to Tazak?
Yeah.
I don't know how that came about.
But somebody misspelled it and changed the pronunciation.
Well, they also shortened it.
And shortened it.
Yeah.
I wonder why that would happen.
I don't know. I think I'll ask your mother.
Yeah, when you see her?
Yeah, when I see her. I don't even know if she'd know. Glad he would know. I don't know why I've never asked that question of her.
Yeah.
That's something.
Boy, look at those things.
Oh.
Boy, that is so tall.
What's it remind you of? Was through a relationship, close relationship they had with an American citizen.
Are you saying that Chinese citizens living in Hong Kong that wanted to immigrate into the United States would pay somebody, another Chinese person who was already here?
Yeah. I mean, we call them slots.
Slots.
So they would get somebody here by committing fraud about their relationship.
Yeah, they were committing fraud, and that had been going on for a couple years. And that's when, a Chinese citizen who his relative that he wanted to bring in got rejected by the consul officer, and he turns around and sues the State Department. So what that does is bring in a few professional investigators to investigate the background of the applicants for visas to determine whether, in fact, they were the son of this American citizen who first came to the United States maybe 30 years before then. What would happen is the Chinese, and mostly in the 19th century, but early part of the 20th century, would emigrate to the United States to work primarily. And they would go back every 3 or 4 or 5 years and stay for a year or so. And when they came back through customs or immigration, they always claimed the birth of a child. and the child invariably was male. So then when the child reached the age of something like 18, they would petition to have them come to the United States as the son of American citizen, which they were not.
I see. I see. So you spent your...
And it was particularly difficult to administer because we did not have any relationship with China. So we couldn't check on the stories that they would tell to support their application for a visa. So what happened was each of us, foreign service officers that were assigned to the visa section, we were the ones that made the decision as to whether that person that was applying was in fact the true son of this United States citizen.
So you could reject anybody you wanted?
What's that?
You could reject anybody you wanted?
No, you had to have basis for rejection. It was a failure to establish citizenship through this American citizen in the United States.
I see.
Because apparently for years this fraud had been going on. Something like, I think the slots went for like $10,000. That's what I figured. Now this, we're talking the 1950s now. This was in 1957 and 58, no, 59, 60.
I see. So any Chinese citizen in the United States was entitled to a slot automatically?
No. I'm saying that the Chinese that emigrated to the United States, mostly during the 19th century, had somewhere along the line become a citizen in the United States.
Right.
So when he became a citizen or sometime thereafter, he would now sell these slots that he made possible by his returning to China every 4 or 5 years and claiming a son.
I see. So it's a real windfall for these Chinese people.
For some of them, yeah.
Some of them made a lot of money, probably. All right. Well, anyway, so after your time, where did you live in Hong Kong at that time? Where did you stay?
Hong Kong Island.
Did you stay in government provided facility?
No. The government paid for it, but you selected your own partner.
I see. Okay. And then, and that would, when did you leave Hong Kong?
1961, I believe.
And then where'd you go?
San Francisco.
Then what?
I went to San Francisco because I'd applied to go to law school at the University of California Law School in Berkeley and Hastings Law School in San Francisco. Hastings Law School had been an independent law school, unassociated with the University of California for many, many years. It was the first law school established west of the Mississippi. So I had applied to both schools, both accepted me, but I decided to go to Hastings in San Francisco, mainly because their classes and the various subjects were kind of together. Like at Berkeley, you might take a class from 9 to 10, and then the next class would be from 11 to 12. And I knew I was going to have to work, so I wanted to get the afternoons free to work. So I selected Hastings. Yeah.
And where did you live in San Francisco while you attended Hastings?
Oh, in the Richmond area. Way out on 40th. Is it Avenue?
I don't know.
40th Avenue. Somewhat near the ocean. Okay. Foggy area, very foggy.
How did you get around? back and forth from your apartment? Did you stay
Had to be a streetcar.
Okay, you took public transportation.
Yes, I believe so.
And did you live in an apartment or a house, or what?
No, an apartment, in a small apartment house.
By yourself?
No, I was married by that time.
Oh.
I was married before we went to Hong Kong.
Oh, I see. You didn't tell me anything about where did you meet Barbara?
At the University of Florida.
Oh. What? How did you meet her?
I think it had something to do with my participating in the plays that the school put on. That's the best that I can recall.
What was she going to school for?
A teacher.
So she ended up being a teacher?
Yes, she did.
I didn't know that. What did Barbara teach? High school, elementary school?
I believe elementary. I don't recall high school at all. So it had to be elementary.
Oh, okay. And so you finished, was it 2 years to finish in Hastings? How long?
3 years.
3 years to get. So then right after that you take the bar?
Yeah.
And you did you pass it the first time through?
I passed the first time.
Good job. Congratulations. So you made the bar the first time through, and then you're a brand new lawyer, freshly minted lawyer. What did you do?
Well, I went to the East
Bay?
East Bay.
So you basically moved to Walnut Creek?
Yeah, it was in Walnut Creek. The sole practitioner wanted someone to assist him in his practice. He'd only been out for 3, 4, 5 years, and so I worked with him for less than a year when I opened my own law practice in Walnut, Concord.
Mm-hmm.
Say, can we get something to eat?
We can stop right now. We take a pause, take a break.
Yeah, take a pause.
All right. Let me see if I can figure this out. Hey, William. How do I stop this thing? Push the record button? Oh, okay.
Could have qualified for admission to any university, I think, his grades. But because of the condition he has, what is that?
Autism.
Yeah. Would you say autism?
Yeah.
No, it's
Asperger's.
yeah, Asperger's.
Similar.
He's going to a local junior college in Folsom.
Why did they think that would make a difference for somebody with Asperger's?
Well, they were a little concerned about the fact that he'd never been on his own, and he was always close with the family, and
Just worried about him being successful socially.
yeah.
My sister Lynn's son Timmy seemed to have Asperger's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you think so, William?
Oh yeah.
And he's done very well. He's really, you wouldn't know that anymore talking to him. And I feel the same way about Alex. He's doing really well.
Yeah, he's doing well, except in the field of social things, Meet people.
He struggles.
He's in his own world.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard for kids to have. It's hard. It's hard growing up, hard enough as it is, and then to have a disability like Asperger's, which makes things harder socially.
Oh, sure.
I can't even imagine what that would be.
Yeah.
Like. Well, I think that I've gotten all I need to get until our next meeting.
At our next meeting. You're filling the blanks?
No, Steve, you've given me so much information, the package of information you've given me already.
Okay.
I have information from my mom that Lori has possession of. So there's a lot of, I've got a lot of information.
You have a copy of my orphanage experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, we got a lot of stuff on paper. But I appreciate you taking time to let me talk to you
Sure.
about your recollections.
What's left of them, yes.
Listen, you seem to be doing pretty well. But anyway, thank you.
Well, to me, it's very interesting that you're interested in.
Really?
No, yeah, I haven't found any other family member that was particularly interested. You know, my grandkids aren't interested in our background, me or her mother. Or, they're self-contained, their own lives.
Well, there's some truth to that because we have none of the Humberts interact or participate in their extended family, and also the Michael Weaver, who's like missing in action.
Yeah.
I don't understand. They have no and Jill.
Have you
and
met Michael?
Huh?
Have you met Michael?
Yeah.
What was the occasion?
Well, wait a minute. Now let me think about that. I don't think I've met him as an adult, but I've talked to him through emails as an adult.
Okay.
I've had some emails back after Lou passed away. I had a few emails back and forth, but he's very curt and not particularly interested in anything I have to say. So
Anything that happens where?
no, anything I had to say. He didn't express any interest in my family and in my
Oh.
children or my life or
Yeah, okay.
anything I've done with my life or anything I may have heard about myself. You know, he's just not interested in his family.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's unfortunate. You know, you now are the last of the siblings in our family. You know, and you're kind of like the head of the family in some ways. And I'm disappointed that the Humberts aren't interested in staying in touch with you. I think that's unfortunate.
What Humberts? You mean
The
kids?
Humberts,
The kids?
yeah. That you are their mother's brother. You
Right.
know, and
They're at.
you were relatively.
Uncle.
You guys were all pretty close. And you stayed in touch with all your siblings more
Oh, yeah.
as you got older. My mom and Glady were in very close touch.
I know they were.
Very close touch. All
And
the
your
way
mother was pretty close to Helen, I think, too.
and my mom tried to be close to Helen. And so the sisters were pretty close to each other, but their kids, the Humberts, they'd never expressed any interest whatsoever. I gave up sending them Christmas cards 25 years ago. I never heard from any of them.
Right.
So, anyway, we never got you to send that email to Michael, did we?
What was the email? Something.
You were going to write a letter, and I was going to email it.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if I still have these. Did I tell you what I wanted to send them?
No.
Oh, okay. They both items came out of the old Geographics, National Geographic.
Oh, that's right. We were looking for that online.
Yeah.
You should have brought it to me. I could have copied it. I could have sent that to him.
Yeah, I'm wondering what I have, if I got a copy of both of those items.
Well, if you bring them over to Greg and Betsy's house, Greg can do it for you, or I can do it for you. We'll get those sent out.
Well, I just wanted to send them to him,
Yeah.
saying this is what your father experienced when he was in the Air Force. One was a training, a big article on training Air Force guys that use the Morse code. Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, he's doing pretty well for himself. So, I guess he feels pretty independent.
Who?
Michael.
Michael? Yeah. Has he ever returned? Did he return for his father's death?
Yeah. He did. But he left when his mom was still in the. I don't even know if Jane passed. Did Jane pass away?
What's that?
Did Jane pass away?
I don't know.
I don't know either. He left her. He left, and she was in the home. He left his mother
In the
there.
house.
In the nursing home.
Nursing
He
home?
stuck her in a nursing home, and he went back to Russia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did that. I don't understand how you could do that.
Uh,
It's none of my business. You know, he may have had problems with his parents. Who knows?
Yeah. I've never heard about any problems. Yeah, he visited me only one time. And that was the only time I ever had a chance to talk to him. Seemed like a very nice, pleasant fellow.
Yep.
Is he the weird one?
No, I
Is he
you
the
know,
one
he
who
was,
collected fossils and stuff?
yeah.
I broke one of his fossils.
Oh, Jill and I went to visit Jane and Lou when they were alive many years ago. We went to their house with our kids.
Oh,
And at that time, Michael was gone for a while. He had already been gone for a long time, but I guess they kept his bedroom. They kept everything in there, and apparently he had a lot of strange collections. Michael had strange collections of fossils and things in his bedroom.
oh, I'll be damned.
And then William was in there, and he broke something.
Broke him?
He broke something.
I broke a skull or something. Just being a kid, I broke it. And I think Michael was there.
No, he wasn't there.
I think he was.
No,
Because
no.
I remember him.
Really?
Yeah. I remember him getting mad.
Really?
Yeah.
How old was he? Must have been an adult.
Yeah, he looked like an adult, but you know, when you're 8 years old, everybody looks like an adult. So I don't know how old. Where did they live? Where was that? Where was that house?
That was in Newburgh, New York.
Where's that?
That's upstate. It's on the Hudson River. Basically, you just follow the Hudson River up.
Yeah, what is that name of the town?
Newburgh.
Newburgh.
It's Newburgh, yeah.
Well,
It's-
they
Where
showed us,
George Washington was during the Revolutionary War.
yeah.
Yeah, he had his headquarters in Newburgh.
Really?
they
I
had
know that.
they had a wine operation, right? He was making his own wine.
Oh, yeah, he been doing that for years and years.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, when was that you were up there with
I would say I,
Alex?
I wasn't even 10 years old, so
What year was that?
I'd say that was before 2000.
2000, 1999?
Yeah, around there. It was a long time ago. It's very foggy, but I do remember it.
How long did you stay?
Couple hours.
It was
Oh.
just an afternoon
Yeah.
kind of deal. And I don't know why we were up there already. We must have just been in East Quogue, right?
We went to Groton, Connecticut.
Well,
We went to the submarine port there.
Oh, Mystic Seaport?
Well, no, we went to Groton to see where they make the submarines.
Yeah.
So we were up there.
But then we went to Mystic
and
Seaport.
We went to
too.
Mystic Seaport, of course.
Have you been there?
Where? Groton?
Mystic Seaport?
Which seaport?
Mystic.
No.
We went to Mystic Seaport. We went to Groton.
Where is that? Connecticut?
Yeah.
Mystic Seaport is in Connecticut. Yes.
I don't remember exactly where it was anymore, but we were going to we were on a little family vacation.
Is that an amusement park?
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
Yeah.
they just have like old ships from from the 18th century,
Oh, okay.
and they have like knot tying classes and that kind of junk.
Hmm.
So I guess, but we visited New York. We visited Long Island when we were there, right?
Yep. Well, we drove. What we did is we borrowed my mom's car and we drove all the way. We did a week vacation somewhere. We just went up and we did a little vacation.
Yeah.
So.
Well, don't forget your microphone.
I got it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to have that here.
It was
You-
gonna
you're
go
stuck
again.
on the- well, no, you're not. I'll be right back.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what you thought of Louis when you went up there.
See the
Okay.
So that's how she gets into an orphanage. The Depression is starting in the early 1930s.
Hold on to this.
I got it. Go ahead. It's recording.
Is it loud enough, Bill?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, Steve, so
All right.
Francis had a husband and they had baby Gladys.
They had Glady, my brother, and I think one other one. By the end of the 1920s, he goes to a treating facility because he had something that was very common at that time, and dies.
A sanatorium
Yeah, sanitary.
That was
Sanitary.
cashmere though.
for
Tuberculosis.
TB.
I thought that was cashmere.
Cashmere died of tuberculosis.
Do you think that's who he's talking about, maybe?
No, I don't
Because he
think
said
so.
they had Glady and two others.
But I don't think Mom and Glady, who had the same father? Glady had,
Helen,
Glady
Lou, and
and
Mom had the same father.
oh,
I don't want to be the one.
Well, if we look at the birth years, that'll tell us, right?
there were three of them. Now, if you look at them,
Lou,
no, I was not the son of the man that was in the sanitarium.
I know that you had a different father.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Lou and Mom and Helen.
Must be Helen. Mary.
They both had Frances as a mother.
Well,
All of them.
all five did, right?
5 kids. Frances had all 5 kids, right? She had you. Frances
Yeah,
Cora was your mother, right?
right. Francis. Helen. Lewis. Were all the offspring of that marriage.
Say that again?
Francis, no, not Francis.
Does he have water?
Francis is my mother's name. But
Who's the oldest child?
living and dead.
The
No,
oldest,
right
the oldest
now.
of Francis's 5 children. Who was the oldest?
That I don't know, but I do know that Lewis, Helen, and Gladys were the children of that marriage.
No, because there was Mary.
Huh?
Mary.
Yeah, and I think I'm really quite.
Yeah, probably Mary too, yeah.
No, quite. Cashmere was Mom's dad.
And he had TB.
What did you say?
I say Cashmere.
Casimir.
Cashmere.
Who's Casimir? Was
Steve?
he the,
Steve, was that the man who had 3 children and ended up dying of tuberculosis? Was his name Cashmere?
oh, he might have. I never kind of knew it myself. All I knew was that he was a carpenter. And they met in the early 1920s and had their children. Then he dies after he's sent to a sanitarium in the mountains. And he dies around 1929, 1930. So Mom has these kids with her. That would be in the 1930s, yeah.
And then you were born in 32.
I was born in 32.
Who was your dad?
That's the question of
Good
the hour.
question. Good
Oh,
question.
you don't know, Lori?
No, I don't think anybody in the family knows who Steve's dad was.
No.
Really?
Mr. Williams.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah, because he's got a last name that's not.
Yeah, he was a Williams. Steve didn't change his name.
My mother apparently had an affair with this guy who turned out to be my father in Syracuse.
How was it an affair, though? Her husband was still living?
Well, at any rate, she had sex with him because I was born.
Yeah.
And that was the only child.
of that couple.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the last name Williams from? Where did that come from?
Well,
His
my
dad.
mother was living with a guy by the name of Williams. So she basically adopted Williams for me. And they began living together in the 1930s.
Was that your dad?
Hmm?
Was that man your dad?
He said that he adopted him.
No, she wasn't married to my father.
She never married your father?
No. It was a kind of like a short-term romance.
Huh. So how long were they together?
No, not long. They didn't even live together. They were both living in Syracuse. You probably met him at a dance or something or another.
Uh-huh.
And they had sex, and I'm the product of that.
And who's the guy Williams? How does he come into that?
The guy.
Williams, with the last name Williams.
Well, let's see. He was a man that she lived with.
After you were born?
Yeah.
How long did she live with him?
Oh God, I don't know. But yeah, several years.
So Steve, how long did she keep you at home?
What's that?
How old were you when you went to the orphanage?
I was in the orphanage from the time I was 1 year old
Oh.
until I was, 1944.
22.
However, I was
Oh.
old
12.
by 1944. That's how long I lived in the orphanage.
From 1 to 12.
Hmm?
Where did you go in 44? Where'd you go live when you were 12?
When did I go to the Foreign Service?
No. So in 1944 you left the orphanage.
I
But
did.
you
My
were
mother
only
took me
12.
out. Huh?
We went back to your mom then? Where'd you go live?
Oh, I went to my mother, yeah.
And who was she with? What man was she with at that time?
That I don't remember. I don't recall.
Were you the only
She
child?
was living by herself, basically.
Did any of the other kids go home then?
Whatever to
The other kids, Glady, Helen, Lou,
They were in the
and
orphanage.
you all went to the children's home, right? Grandma always says it wasn't an orphanage, it was a children's home.
How is that different though?
Well, I guess because during the Depression, a lot of people couldn't take care of their kids,
Oh,
couldn't feed
it
them.
wasn't forever.
So they would go into the home where people would take care of them and give them an education and give them something to eat and grow them up so that the family wasn't strapped. They could still work.
That's not correct. We went to the orphanage as a building.
Okay?
Did you ever see a copy of the building?
No.
Well, it sits on a hill. Quite a big building.
But it's been knocked down and they've got condominiums there now.
It's been not knocked down. It's still there. Yes.
I don't think so, Steve.
Yes, it is.
Steve, was there one building for boys and a different for girls?
It was all in the same building, except the girls were in one part of it and the boys were in the other part.
Was there also a Catholic church on the site?
No, the Catholic services were conducted in the building. We had a chapel or a church in the building,
Right, okay.
and I was an altar boy out there. Now, next question.
Well,
Well, I want to know, so your mom called for you to come live with her when you were 12 years old, right?
Yeah, what happened, what happens is this. To the best of my memory, my sisters, two older sisters, Glady and Helen, had a connection with Brooklyn. Because in 1944, I went to Brooklyn with my mother and my sisters to this place where they were staying in Brooklyn. And then we my mother and I went back to Utica from there. We stayed there maybe a month.
And Mary wasn't there at that point. She was still in St. John's.
Mary, of course, was the last. No, she wasn't the last. I was the last to leave the orphanage. And I can't remember what year it was, but it would have been about 1942 or thereabouts. So she left the orphanage.
She couldn't have left them because she left when she was 18, and she was born, Lynn, in 26.
26.
She was what?
Mary was born in 1926.
Yeah.
And she left the orphanage when she was 18. So
That's still 43, 42,
20, yeah.
44, 43.
And she, are you sure she
That's-
didn't leave younger and go live with her sisters? Because I thought she said something
No,
like that.
they were all in there till they were 18, and they
That's right.
segued
At
out.
18, out she went. Now with the boys, what would happen is they would go to another institution run by the brothers,
Uh-huh.
and that's what happened to my brother Lou.
So at 18, Lou went to a different place?
Mhm.
At 18, Lou went to this,
Well, about 18.
went
you
to
know.
the different place.
Yeah, a different place.
But once you were out with your mom in Utica,
Yeah.
did you ever go back to the institution?
No.
Oh,
No.
you were out for good.
No, I went to school. I was, just like any other kid. My mother had a place for me, and so that was me and my mother living together.
No
And-
man.
What was she doing for a living?
Hmm?
What did she do for a living?
For a job?
She
What was her
worked in a
job?
textile factory.
Textiles?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Fabric, right?
Yeah, something that I don't know precisely what it was, but it was fabric, working with
Sewing machines
probably
or
so.
not?
I never saw the factory. I mean, I never saw
What city was that? Utica or
the.
Syracuse?
Utica.
In Utica.
Oh yeah, she would get on a bus every morning and take off to the factory.
Uh-huh.
Now, would your sisters come see you at your place, or would you and your mom go visit them?
Okay, now wait a minute. My sisters.
Your sisters were.
Well, they moved to Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
right away.
Did you go visit them?
Hmm?
Did you and your mom go visit them?
Yes, in 1944.
Uh-huh.
We went down and to visit them in their place in Brooklyn. And as a story I like to tell, went into the landlady's apartment, and I'm looking at a picture of a Civil War soldier, and it turned out that he was badly wounded in the Battle of Gettysburg.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
Wow.
And the daughter was still around, and
Yeah.
reasonably young, and yeah, I remember that very clearly. I mean, because I was very curious.
Wounded in the Battle of Gettysburg. Holy mackerel. Our country really isn't that old, is it?
No.
The War of 1812. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I could still see that picture of the guy on her mantle, and he dies shortly thereafter because of the wounds.
Wow.
And even though this was much later, and he dies before we visited the apartment. We went to the apartment that the two sisters, Glady, Helen, and Mary, were living in, and this woman that owned the place. And
What was that was in Brooklyn? In Brooklyn? The apartment was
Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn?
yeah, in Brooklyn.
Where in Brooklyn?
And in northern Brooklyn, if that's the best how I can describe it. Apparently, in the 19th century, large numbers of German Americans moved from Germany to this area of Brooklyn, in the northern part of Brooklyn. And
How did so when Glady and Helen got out of St. John's first? How did they wind up in Brooklyn of all places? Why?
yeah, how
Because they
went-
grew up in upstate New York.
Yeah, right. But there was a lot of movement during the war. So she, Glady in particular, probably got a job there, which took her to Brooklyn. And she was probably interested in seeing Brooklyn anyhow.
To get into the city a little bit more.
Yeah, she didn't like,
Wasn't Helen a secretary?
was Helen a secretary? She might have been. I never knew that much about her employment.
Mom worked for Mr. Waters in the insurance business, right? He was her secretary. She was his girl Friday, I think.
Probably, I didn't know that.
He kind of groomed her in the insurance field.
Uh-huh.
But she was very fond of him. He taught her an awful lot, apparently.
Hmm.
So, that was interesting.
Well, if you got out of St. John's in 42,
44.
44, you were 12 years old.
1944.
You were 12. So why get out of St. John's at 12 years old? Why didn't you stay till you were 18? Like the girls and Lou. Didn't Lou stay there till he was 18?
After 18, he went on to another
Right.
institution.
Why'd she get you out early?
Early? Well, because that's what we did in our family. I mean, Glady and Helen and Mary, when they reached 18 years old, got out.
You were 12, not 18.
I know, but my sisters were already out and they had places, you know.
So it sounds like about the same time that Mary got out of St. John's, she moved to Brooklyn, joined Helen and Glady, and at that same time you got out of St. John's as well as Mary. It sounds like both of you got out at the same time. Is that right?
No, I don't recall it being the same time. I recall being there by myself. See, I always had a protector with my sisters.
Yeah.
And when Glady left, there was Helen, still there, and she was my protector too. And then Mary didn't play that much of a role because she was younger, you know. And
although Mom, Mary,
yeah,
told the story about how she would go into the pantries, into the kitchen at night and fill her pantaloons
oh, I don't know about that.
with food and fruit and then get them to you.
No, what I remembered was that she had a friend who was part of the kitchen staff.
Oh.
And she would get the food from her and give me some of it, you know.
Oh, well, that would make more sense.
How
But
sad to not
I
have.
prefer to think of her running around there at night stealing food.
never heard of that story.
No. Okay, well, that's the way she told us, I recall.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have been true. I don't know, but I do know that that she had a friend who was a member of the kitchen staff, and she would pass her some food. It wasn't big stuff, you know. Just some bananas here, something else there, and we'd get together, and she'd give it to me. Not that we didn't get enough to eat. Well, we did get enough to eat,
That's
so
nice
that
to
wasn't a
have.
problem.
I was in the hospital with one of the kids, starving in the middle of the night, so hungry. And one of the other new moms was there. She goes, I'm going scouting. And she came back, she goes, I found some Oreos on a cart. And we went to this cart, and we took all these little packages, like 4 packs of Oreos. I still remember, that was so funny. That kind of reminded me going
Yeah,
out
kind of like that.
You're hungry, sneaking around. Steve, when did Frances come to America? Was she born in Poland or her parents?
The grandmother, you mean?
Your mom. Was she born in America?
No. Mom was born in the United States.
Were her parents born in Poland?
Yes.
When did they come? How old was Frances?
They came in 1913.
19.
Right before the breakout of the World War One.
Okay.
And not only that, but the major battle was fought on their property in the area that they were living in.
In Poland?
Yeah.
So 1913 they left, escaping wartime?
No,
Or
she
before?
She left a little earlier because it wasn't wartime. It was before the war.
Just left.
But not long before the war.
Did she come alone or was she married?
Was she married?
Your grandma?
No, yeah.
Frances's mom was married? Are you saying yeah?
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
grandpa and grandma.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. Francis's parents in Poland came
Was
in.
it, say that again?
Frances was born in Poland.
He said she was born here. No.
Got her name on the wall on Ellis Island.
Oh.
She came to Ellis Island in 1913, right before the war.
Right.
But
The
she
war
wasn't
breaks out
born
in
here. She
1914.
She came
was
as a
born in
teenager or
Poland.
something, right, Len?
So he was
Well,
born.
Did
she
she
was
come as a
young-
teenager?
Not a teenager, I think she
Well-
was a young woman.
You were born in 32.
Right.
So what if she was born around 1900?
Yes, that's correct.
Probably.
Maybe in the 1890s or something, I can't remember.
Okay, and she came here in the early 1900s. So she
Yeah.
was a young woman. Did she come alone?
Yes,
She came alone.
yeah.
Who met her?
That I don't know.
Was she pregnant when she came?
No, I don't believe so. Nobody was.
Because what year was Glady born? Do you know? How much older was Glady than your mom?
Well, you know, it was always a big secret.
But
None of those girls
approximately-
talked about their age.
Approximately.
I don't know, 5 years maybe? 5 or 6 years Gladdy was older?
What are you talking about now?
How much older Gladdy is than Mom?
So, because.
How much older Gladdy was?
Yeah, how much
Of
how many
Mary or
years are between Mary and Gladdy?
And Helen.
Well, we know that Glady was around in the 1910s. And Mary, when was she born?
26.
26.
So probably was the late
When?
1910s.
1926.
Like maybe
Oh, yeah, that
90.
was much later. That's when she was married to that carpenter, Polish carpenter.
Right. Oh,
Kashmir.
he was also
Right.
Polish?
Huh?
He was also Polish?
Yeah.
What?
That's how she ended up with Tikasik.
That was Kashmir's last name Tikasik?
Was
Well,
what?
it was Mom's last name.
Was
so I'm assuming-
Kashmir and Frances are Mom's parents.
Right.
Mom's last name was Tikasik,
That's probably the name of the man, yeah.
right? Tikasik.
Yeah.
And then they changed it from Tikasik
You were telling me something new.
to Weaver.
Is that right? When did that happen?
You're the historian. You're supposed to know.
We don't
this.
know, but
You're supposed to tell us.
but we're
Steve.
wondering, Steve, why, or I think Bill already knows the answer to this. Why a couple would change their last name? Why they would feel that that would be a good thing to do and advantageous? Why not just be Polish and be proud? You know?
Yeah, I don't really know that. And
Do you remember any stigma against Polish people?
no,
And
particularly not in Syracuse. We had a lot of Polish people in Syracuse. They always listened to polka on Saturday night.
well, that's cool. Is there any Judaism in your background?
No.
No. Okay.
So your mom, Frances, came from Poland
In 1913.
in 1913, so she was a young girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
She was in
a
her
young
teens.
girl.
Teenager,
Probably,
right?
probably a
Yeah.
teenager.
And I think it was around
And
She was
More
born
like
around
17, 18
all
or
right, so
something
she
like
was
That's a
still
teenager.
she was a young girl. And why did she leave? And who are her parents? Where did she leave from in Poland? What city? Do you know?
that. Farm.
She was in a farm. What part of Poland? It was northern Poland, right?
In the
Yeah.
Black Pit, in the Black Forest.
Okay.
Oh, I got a map.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You seen it?
You shown it to me. It was northern Poland, close to the border, I
Yeah.
think. But do you remember the city? And
We weren't dealing with cities in that part.
all right. So she was raised on a farm in northern Poland. And do you know anything about her mom and dad on the farm and
No.
why she left the farm? Why did she decide to come to the United States?
Well, I think somebody in the family preceded her.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And she, remember now, I told her she leaves in 1913. The war breaks out in 1914, and the war is very much visible in the area that her family lives.
so do you know anything about what happened with her mom and dad? Did they ever immigrate? Okay.
What's the big deal?
You went to Poland trying to find that farm at one point, didn't you?
Well, I was trying to find out whatever information I could
And
find.
you didn't find
No, I
anything.
didn't find anything.
Now there was an Uncle Stanley.
Yeah.
Remember?
Francis's
The
brother.
name is familiar.
Stanley. And he never married. And there was a rumor that he was gay.
Was that Francis's brother?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Yeah.
I know Mom always referred to him as Uncle Stanley, so that he must have been Francis's brother. You know, and maybe I think he was the first to arrive in Brooklyn from Ellis Island.
Yeah, right. It's probably right.
That sounded right, Lynn?
Well, you're talking about Brooklyn,
Well,
but
they'd
she.
have the same last name. We could look it up. If they're on Ellis Island, everybody had to sign in, right? Had
Yeah.
to register. So what's her last name?
To Kasich.
So he would be Stanley Takasik?
With what?
Stanley Takasik? Is that
I
what you're
think
saying?
so, yeah.
So how do you
What
spell
are you
Ta-
saying? No, I'm not
Wait,
missing
that's
that.
not what Steve said earlier. Steve, we're talking about your mom's maiden name. What was her maiden name?
I don't remember.
What was it? It wasn't Takasik though, was it?
Classic.
It was not Takasik. That was the man she married, wasn't
Oh, is that what you
Was
said,
it?
Lynn?
it? You're telling me. You tell me.
Is that what you said,
No,
Lynn?
I don't know.
That was Mom's last name.
Her married name or
No.
That was
Takasik?
that
As
was
a
That's what I
child.
remember is
Francis
Takasik.
and
Right.
Kashmir.
Mary Sieber.
Was that
Mary
their last
Sieber.
Yes.
Her original name was Takasik. So Helen, Glady,
Right.
Mary,
And then becomes
and Lou.
Tajak, you see?
Yeah, but what we're saying is that since their last name was Takasik, that must mean that your mom's name was Takasik. Was it her maiden name or was
No,
it the
Bill-
guy's name
Bill
that she
Lynn
married?
said that was Kashmir and Francis when they
Kashmir.
got
Oh.
married.
She was married, you know, for
She married to
close to
into
10
that
years
last
with
name.
Takasik.
Well,
It's
Oh,
not the
okay.
name she came over.
okay, well then
She came
it
over
wasn't
with
her maiden
Guara.
name. So
Guara.
when you
Lynn
what?
just
What?
picked-
Her maiden name was Guara. Frances Guara.
How do you spell it?
G-U.
Gwara, I think. Gwuara.
Okay,
Is
we'll
that
see if
right,
there's a
Steve?
Stanley.
Where? Yeah.
Is that right? So when you went to Poland, you must have had that information in your head. You were looking for Guara, the Guara
GW.
family at that time.
What
probably.
I did is I had people go from door to door
That's a
to
weird
see if I
name,
could
like
I
find
have a
somebody
picture of her
who knew
name on
our
the
family.
wall.
Wow.
And we were
Oh.
not
So
successful.
you know how it's spelled. We're
Nobody,
just wondering if
nobody
Stanley's
able
name
to
was there
recall.
too.
I mean, it wasn't that extensive, but at the same time, I do recall doing that and hiring people to go door
In
to
what
door.
city?
Hmm?
In where? Whereabouts did that occur? What?
And I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying
No
to
immediate
remember.
record for an individual named Stanley Guara.
Apparently, I would have been in the area that she was
At
from.
Ellis Island.
It must be on, you have a map. You
Yeah.
showed me the map with the city. It's probably that city that you went to.
Well, what Steve was saying, clarify if I'm wrong, is that they didn't really live in a city.
That's right.
They lived
It
on
was
a
just
farm.
a farm. It was just a place, a village, a cottage in a town somewhere.
That's right, yeah.
Not really a
That
city.
would be pretty accurate, yeah.
So it might have been a suburb of somewhere.
Oh, no suburbs in Poland.
No, right. I'm saying if we had to call it something, we might say that it was on the outskirts of, I don't even know any towns in Poland.
Yeah,
Shame on me.
You don't know what now?
Any towns in Poland
Oh.
that
Well, there's a
grandma
certain,
could have come from.
Hmm?
Can you
she's
get out
from a
there?
certain
Yeah, I think
area
so.
of Poland. I know where that area is.
Feels like I
It's
can.
probably where I had the people knocking on doors.
Do you know the name of that in your head or what?
No, I had to look it up again. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see what I got. I don't know what I
Let's see.
retained or not.
Towns in.
But I had people go knocking on doors. Do you know Mary?
Francis.
Yes, I can.
Francis,
All right.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the response was, did you know her, which kind of surprised me.
I would think they wouldn't ask for Francis, they might ask for her parents. They might have asked for her parents
And then,
rather than the teenage girl.
I didn't
Yeah.
know the parent's name.
Yeah, he did, Francis Guerra,
Vera.
right? Guerra. And then whoever she had,
I even went down to the clerk to
uh-huh.
see if I could find some information about the family,
That was a good idea.
and I was unable to find any information. Of course, you had the First World War,
Yeah, things
a
got
lot of destruction.
chaotic. Yeah.
And,
Well, and the borders changed all the time, right?
yeah, but that part didn't change. That was there before the war and after the war, First World War. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna want to get this guy home.
It's a lot of.
All right,
How much is
we'll
cigar?
we'll continue this later.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and I'll
Steve.
look and see if I can find anything in the. Well, I have some material, but how helpful it would be, I do not know.
Well, just rummaging through it might click some memories of things,
What's that again?
Just rummaging through that stuff may click some memories for you. Bring some clarity to whatever.
Steve, what do you remember about Bill Sieber's? Where did Mary meet Bill?
When did Mary do what
Sieber?
now?
Where did Mary meet Bill Sieber?
I thought it was when we were during World War II.
Okay,
Somewhere.
somewhere.
Where they met, I do not know.
Okay. All right.
But I know when I went to Brooklyn with Mary and Glady, maybe Helen was with us too, because they were going to move down, and they did, in fact, move to Brooklyn right after that.
Well, and I
That was
understood.
talking 1944. In 1944.
And Bill Sieber was there.
When did your parents
No,
get
Bill
married?
Sieber was in flying in the Pacific.
But at that point, were they already seeing each other? Mary and Bill, were they seeing each other? And what
Before
year?
he left, yeah.
Yeah,
I
what
know.
year? What year
So
was
what
that?
year were you born?
54.
So that
That
would be
was
year was
after
that?
the Korean War.
But that'd be 10 years before Lori was even born.
Right.
Were they together that long before?
Well, they were together long enough for Mom to have a baby.
What year
She
was
was
the first
pregnant.
year you remember that they were together?
What
Bill
year was
Sieber.
what now?
When did Bill Sieber and Mary meet each other?
Oh, hell, I don't know.
What is the first year you can remember?
I understood they met at Helen's wedding.
He's gonna take
Is that
Helen
right?
and Dick's wedding.
See, I
That's
didn't
my,
know
that's
that.
my memory.
Yes, you will.
That's my
I just love
recollection.
you.
So you're probably right.
Is that where we met?
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know.
Yes, you will.
I'm trying to remember when I first met Bill Sieber, and I don't remember when that was. But it had to be, no, he wouldn't have been around now in 1944. He would have been flying in the Pacific.
That's right.
I was gonna say, it was when I went to Brooklyn with Glady, but he wasn't there. Of course, he was flying in the Air Force.
Okay. So like I said, Jill,
Yeah.
I don't know if I should go up beat this up, but Mom and Dad were together long enough for Mom to become pregnant.
Yeah, but that's only 9 months, so.
Well, that's only 9 months, and they had an abortion.
Yeah,
She had an
but
abortion.
Oh, they had an abortion.
She
at
had an
that time?
abortion because she didn't want Dad to be roped in to a marriage by a baby that he,
Yeah.
they had before there was a plan.
Uh-huh.
She wanted him to marry her just because they wanted to be together, not because there was a baby
When did they
involved.
marry? What year?
1951.
51?
51.
That's when he went to Korea.
Yeah. And I think she had him marry her before he went to Korea,
Yeah.
right?
He said,
No, I
marry
don't
me
believe
now or I
they
won't
were-
be here when you get back.
She said, I might not be here.
Yeah. So that's why they got married. And then he went off to Korea within,
You know, I
Fairly
don't
short
remember that
time.
being an issue. He and I, left for Korea at the same time. And there was Mary had Glady had a get together for us.
Uh-huh.
And I have pictures of the get together sitting on the couch with Bill Sieber. And I don't remember there being any issue about whether she was married to him or not. I mean, I assumed that they were married at that time, but that might not be the case. What is her marriage date?
Marriage date is March 17th, 1951.
March 1951. Well, that was during the Korean War, so they must have gotten married.
And then he went overseas,
Yeah.
or he was already in the war, came home on a break, went to the wedding with Helen and Dick.
He didn't get time off to come back and go marry, no.
No, I mean if he had a break for some reason, to go back home.
No.
No.
When he went there, he was there for a year, I think was the time limit.
it started in June of 1950.
June of 1950,
Yeah,
Jill.
yeah.
To when?
Yeah, but we didn't
July
leave
of
until the
53.
following spring.
Okay, so that would be their marriage then. He was still
Yeah.
here. They got.
I guess I wasn't invited to the marriage.
Oh, it was very small. It was a courthouse.
What courthouse?
It was a courthouse wedding.
yeah.
It was in front of the Justice of the Peace.
Hmm.
Oh, and who stood up for her? Wasn't that
Berkey.
Berkey? Berkey and her husband, right?
Well, Berkey.
Berkey
anyway.
had a husband?
I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't remember her having a husband, but that might be.
I thought there was a couple that stood up for Mom and Dad.
Oh, that might have been that true. Yeah. So he must have.
And it might not have been Berkey, Lynn.
You know, we had a get together at Mary's house before going. I have pictures of that. I'm sitting on the sofa with Bill and Mary. Then I thought he went off immediately after that, but apparently not. He got married.
Steve, were you involved in the Vietnam War at all?
No,
Was Bill?
Korea.
Not Vietnam.
No, they were too old for
He
Vietnam.
wasn't he didn't go to Vietnam.
Because I was shocked to see in here that the Vietnam War started in 55, and I think of it as the 70s.
70s? No.
60s?
It was shortly after the end of the Korean War.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't have been too old for that.
Huh?
What do you, at 33?
What about 33?
That's not too old
But
to
he
go.
put in his time, so they retired him out. Well, and he
Oh.
had that issue with being blackballed.
But Steve was only 23, so he wasn't too old either.
Why was
He
he
says-
blackballed?
Because he told
His commander.
a colonel
Yeah.
that his strategy was shit for the birds.
Oh.
And it was dangerous and was going to get pilots under Dad's control in trouble and get them killed. And Bill said he wasn't going to do it because it was a crappy plan. So they blackballed him, and that was it. And he blackballed him as a major, and he could never go advance himself. So I guess he retired out and just went reserve.
When did he do that? What year?
I think he retired from the Air Force as a captain and got his major in the reserves.
And the reserve, yeah. That sounds-
Oh, really, Lynn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what I don't understand is what was the substance of this discipline that was imposed against him?
What was the substance of it?
Yeah.
He was not following orders of a superior
And what was the order?
to do something that he felt was dangerous with the pilots. A mission.
And the thing is, if Dad thought it was unlawful or something, he wouldn't have done it. But, you know, when your commanding officer during Korea and World War II said something stupid or whatever, most of the time people just did it, right?
Yeah. Well, was this game while he was in Korea?
No, we don't know. We don't really know the
Oh, you
details.
don't know?
No. But that's why he wound up. He was going to complete his 20 years in the active Air Force, but he didn't. Because of this incident,
If so,
whenever
he
it
wouldn't have
happened,
been
wherever
involved.
it happened, he ended up in the reserves in West Hampton, New York. That's how he wound up in West Hampton, New York. Because of this incident with a commanding officer, the details of which we don't know.
Oh.
And he was a
So it
flight
didn't happen in
instructor.
Korea.
We don't know. I suspect it was on his return, but on the other hand,
I think that's right.
But why would he have a disagreement about tactics being used during a mission once he returned? That
Yeah, it
doesn't
had to
make
be
sense
during
either.
Korea.
It must have been while he was deployed that this happened.
Well,
You know, we have the correspondence. Lori has them in a trunk, and maybe we can see where something is written about his orders, return dates, and things like that. We might be able to figure it out.
Well, was it allegedly something that he did or failed to do in Korea?
Failed to do.
We
yes.
don't know whether it
We
occurred,
don't know.
where it occurred.
What was it though?
Had to have been
He
Korea.
just told a colonel that his particular strategy for wherever, was going to send Dad's pilots into an untenable position, and many of them were going to die. So Bill said to this officer with greater rank than him that his strategy was shit for the birds. The officer got a little offended by that and put a black ball next to Dad's name. Lynn says he was then retired out of the active duty at that point and went from active duty to the reserves.
Right. When he came back from Korea. Oh no, he was on active duty after he came back. Right?
We don't know.
There was a period of years when
You
he was
know.
on active duty in the States.
He knows.
Well, yeah, because he'd worked at, where's that old Russ Grumman?
No, he didn't work in Grumman.
No, it wasn't Grumman. What was the name of it?
Moffat,
Jesus.
no.
No, he was in the Rotogravure,
Oh,
Right.
then that was.
or was that
That
Grandpa?
sounds
I don't know, but I don't know when that was. But you're opening up a whole nother can
Well,
of
what
worms.
Steve is saying is that he remembers that Bill came home to the States and he was active duty
Yeah.
for a period of time
That's right.
here in the States. So whatever happened in the States.
Probably so.
So
It probably had to do with
Hmm?
it probably had to do with the early Vietnam War.
No.
You
No,
know,
no.
No.
Forget
No.
Vietnam. He wasn't in Vietnam.
no, it
Well,
didn't.
that
have
was
to
only
do with-
55 though.
No, he had nothing to do with
He would have
Vietnam.
only been 33 years old.
No.
I know, but that was a different war, and he wasn't in it.
Yeah, the United States really didn't get involved in the Vietnam War right off the bat. They didn't start it.
Well, I just
And
looked it up.
besides, the other thing is, in the Vietnam War, there wasn't hardly any air engagements
Oh,
because
it
the
was
South
fields.
Vietnamese, the communists didn't have fighter blades.
That is a good point. That is a very good point. And you had that hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, but they were dropping napalm in Vietnam all the time.
Yeah, they were, but they weren't. But the kind of missions that he performed in Korea were not performed in
Vietnam.
Vietnam because they didn't have the Air Force. I mean, we had the Air Force, but the people that were fighting didn't have an Air Force of any man.
Right?
Yeah.
But anyway. No, Vietnam, you can try all you want, Jill, but it's nothing to do with Vietnam.
What orders would he be disagreeing with then?
You know what, Joe? Once he was stateside, once he's stateside, he did training. He would go flying with his squadron, and there probably was a squadron commander that said something he disagreed with.
Right.
Stateside.
Even though it wasn't wartime, it was
It
still
had
his
nothing to
guidance.
do with the mission, probably. It was just about it was probably the base, not the base commander, but the squadron commander probably said something that he didn't like.
The thing is, though, Bill, he left the service early, rather than going through active duty until he was for 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he got kicked out.
Right, but
Right.
that didn't happen while he was in stateside.
Yeah, it did. That's what we just established.
You sure?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Steve's remembering that
I
Bill
don't
came
think
back.
I don't think he had a problem of that type while he was flying in active duty.
Out of state, out of here, out of the Long Island, West Hampton, and what the hell is the name of that other base, Lynn?
Republic.
Republic? Yeah,
That's not an Air Force base.
What do we
it
call that?
was.
It was
Well,
Air Guard, I think, or reserves.
wait a second. Well, he was active duty stateside. Where was he stationed here?
On Long Island.
He was in Presque Isle, Maine. He was down in Florida. He
Georgia.
was in Georgia.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was in
because
Georgia?
Mom traveled, that's
Yeah.
went all up and down the
Beca-
East Coast.
Between you guys are blobbing it all together. World War II ended. There was a period of time, and then Korea started.
Yeah, 1950.
Yeah. So there was 5 years in there.
That they were still active duty because he
Yeah.
was still going military, like you said, Lynn, from Florida to Georgia to,
Are you sure that was at that point or when he came back?
I don't know. Steve.
No, he went. You're right. He went to Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 45 to 50, he was stateside. Then in 50, he went to
How you doing,
Korea,
Tim?
and then
I'm doing fine. I'm
when he
just
got
like,
back-
you know what I mean?
when he got
I don't know
back,
what to figure.
when he got back from Korea, he was still going to be active duty.
Because he chose.
And then he had a problem, and that's when he went to West Hampton Beach, New York.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Because that was a guard base. That was a reserve and guard base out in the Hamptons, not active duty. So he chose to go there and finish his 20 years in West Hampton as a reservist, I believe.
Well, his tactics were shit was in Korea.
You think he said that in Korea?
Yes,
He said what?
because he was worried about his guys getting shot down and getting killed. You
Okay.
don't do that in West Hampton.
Okay.
Well,
Boy, our stories are so.
Well,
Diverse.
Lynn though has a memory of him saying that, and she's right. He wouldn't say that for no reason.
he wouldn't say what.
Well, what Lynn is
Those
remembering
tactics
is
were
that
shit for the birds.
it was a situation where the other pilots were put in
We're
jeopardy
gonna die.
potentially because
He
of
would
some.
say it during wartime.
He wouldn't say something like that unless it was during
Critical.
a mission of some kind. Stateside, it wouldn't matter. So, and anyway, that's what Lynn remembers. She's got a good memory, so I think we're on to that somewhere.
Okay, we're gonna have to go, folks.
Yep.
Okay, Steve.
All
On your
right.
way.
All right, we'll do the same thing next week.
Oh.
Okay. We have to wait so long? We'll give it a couple of days. Tim and Steve recharge their battery, so we'll do it again in a couple of days. Alright. Want me to get it back up?
Now my car's positioned in front of the blue car.
You can just keep driving around
Yeah,
the
one-
corner.
Can I
Oh.
just keep going this way?
Yeah.
Get you and Buddy in the
We're so happy.
the record.
What do you got there?
Are you trying to make it easier? For
It's
your
the camera.
Bloody.
Oh,
I'm
camera.
trying to make it easier for us to get out.
Does he need